back to another video. Today we have two smartphones that I actually love using, and they're both offered at a similar price point. But we're going to be jumping into the performance. But first, what comes in the box, the bodies, the build, the camera, the performance with the overall gaming, and then we're going to test out the microphone quality. But let me know what you think, which one you think is going to be a better device. But let's just jump into the overall unboxing of both of these. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, but if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So let's just jump into the unboxing of both of these devices. And so when it comes to the A34, it gives you the plastic film that comes in the box, the cardboard with the SIM remover slot tool, and then you also do get your literature as well as the Type C to Type C cable inside of here. And so that's pretty much everything that's going to come to the unboxing of the A32. Now in the N30, the inside the N, so that's pretty much just going to come inside of the box of the A34. But when it comes to the N30, you're going to be getting your 50-watt fast charging brick with your Type C to Type A cable. You're also going to be getting your SIM remover tool and your user manual. And one of the things they do offer is this cool red club card, which is pretty cool, along with some stickers. So it's actually a really nice experience when it comes to the N30. When it comes to the bodies of both of these devices, the A34 5G is going to feel really premium because it's got like a frosted matte back finish, which almost pretends to be like glass because it feels exactly like it. And then you get this aluminum edge all the way around it, which actually feels really good in the hand when you're holding it because it's actually very sturdy and feels very solid. And then on the N30 you get like these boxy sides, which is pretty cool with the rounded corners. And the A34 has it too, so it feels really good. But the A34 has a more metal type of a feel, where this one feels more like plastic. So I definitely give it to the build quality on the A34 because it feels better in the hand when it comes to picking it up. It also has a fingerprint resistant back on the A34 compared to the A30, which will gather a lot of fingerprints and dust around the cameras especially. And so you get the logo on the back of the on the N30, and then nothing really on the Samsung. On the right side of both devices, you can see that the Samsung has nothing, and on the right side of the N30 it has the volume rockers, two separate buttons, and the SIM slot right here to put your SIM card and your SD card in. Turning them to the other side, that's when you're going to see the fingerprint sensor for the N30, which is pretty fast as well. And so we also do get your power button on the A34 right there, and so that's pretty cool too. And you're going to get your volume rockers right above it as well. And so the fingerprint is actually located in screen on the A34. So let's just do a quick fingerprint test with both of these devices. 1, 2, 3. And it's probably going to be better on the N30. Then you get a microphone on the N30 right here, microphone as well on the A34, and the SIM slot and SD card is going to be on the top of the A34. Now turning them back to the cameras on the back of both the devices, you're going to see that we do have a 48 megapixel on the A34 and a 108 megapixel on the N30. So it's going to be some similar performance when it comes to these, but just keep in mind you're going to get 4K recording as well as Pro video mode on the A34, which is going to give it an advantage when it comes to the cameras. When it comes to the displays on both of these devices, there's gonna be a pretty similar experience, because we get on the on the Samsung, we're gonna get a Super AMOLED panel with a 120 Hertz refresh rate at 1000 nits brightness. On the N30 right here, we're actually gonna be getting a similar experience, but it's going to give you a 6.7 inch display versus the 6.6 inch display, but it has IPS LCD with 120 Hertz, and so it's not going to be as bright as the A34, which is going to be something that you're going to notice. And then you're also going to notice that you're getting 1080 by 2400 pixels per inch on the N30, which is going to be slightly higher by 100 pixels. And then you're going to get, always on display on the Super AMOLED panel on the Samsung. And so 391 on the N30, and the Samsung's gonna have 390, so they're pretty close when it comes to the pixels. But jumping into the quality of the footage right here that it goes up to on both, let's just see which one has a higher resolution. And you can see we get 2160 versus 1080/60 on the OnePlus. If you're still here, just type in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm. Okay? And so now let me do the audio test, but first we're going to test out the A34, and I'm going to play a quick song on here. And so now we're going to be testing out the N30. Now, I actually enjoyed both of the listening experiences on both of these devices, so let me know which one you thought was better, because I thought they sounded really good when it comes to comparing them, but they actually both sound really good when it comes to the audio quality. So I'm going to clear out both of the apps on each smartphone, close all, and let's just do a speed test real quick. So it freed up all the storage on both of these things, so let's test out which apps open the fastest when it comes to using both of these devices. Okay, so I'm going to go into my apps and let's try a few different apps on here. So let's do the Bible app. I was the A34. Let's do, I don't know, the Amazon app. And here it is, 1, 2, 3. That looked like it was really close, so I can't really tell which one won that one. Let's do AliExpress, 1, 2, 3. That was the A34. And so let's do one more test to test out which one will top off the last bit app, which will open quick. Let's do Spotify, 1, 2, 3. So that looked like the A34, but let me know which one you thought was faster, okay? Alright, so this is the OnePlus N30, and so this is gonna have 50 watts fast charging versus the Samsung having 25 watts fast charging. And this guy is running on Android 13 Oxygen 13.1. It has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 695. It also gives you a pretty decent amount of storage on here, because you're gonna get the 128 gigabytes of internal storage. You're also going to get the 8 gigabytes of RAM as well. And when it comes to the graphics, it does go up to ultra and smooth, and so you're going to get a really good experience on here with the RAM combined with the chip that it's using. And so I definitely think that's going to be an overall good experience. But yeah, I definitely think this is going to be a good phone to game on if you're looking for a budget gaming device. Samsung is actually using the Dimensity 700, and it's also giving you some good charging speeds at 25 watts. You also do get some pretty decent storage on here, 128 with 6 gigabytes or 8, but I have this 8 gigabyte version. And so when it comes to gaming on this one, it's going to be a really good experience. It just feels really snappy on this one as well. You also do have, like I said, the 8 gigabytes of RAM to support it with the Dimensity 700. So the graphics feel really smooth when I'm actually gaming on here. So yeah, I definitely think this is going to be an overall really good experience. You definitely get that better display on the Samsung, even though it has that little water drop notch versus the punch hole, which is a little bit better. It's just going to have better viewing angles overall and a brighter display outdoors. So I just want to mention that. But the last thing I wanted to jump into was the cameras, and I did mention that we do get 4K video recording on the Samsung, which also gives you the ability to do 30 frames per second, but you don't have the option to actually change it on the OnePlus. And so they also give you steady mode on here too, which I don't see on the OnePlus, but it is pretty steady when I'm recording video. You also get your night photography on both of these, but you will see we have pro video mode on the Samsung. And so we have portrait mode on this guy too, with some more features here to play around with. Macro camera on both, slow motion mode as well as time lapse on running on here. This one is called hyperlapse. The nighttime photography is going to be on the Samsung too. And so when it comes to taking shots on both of these, let me just take a quick shot of this thing right here in front of me. This is Roadblock from the G.I. Joes. And so that's just a regular photo, and I'm going to compare it with the OnePlus N50 real quick. And so let's like do a side by side, and I'll double tap to zoom. And it definitely looked like the Samsung did a little bit better job there. But let's try the portrait camera for one more time. So this time it's the portrait camera that we're comparing, and then I'll take a picture of my face. But it looks like the Samsung just captures a better shot. Now the Samsung has a 13 megapixel and the OnePlus has a 16 megapixel around front. So if I go into the camera and flip them, I'll take a quick portrait of my face. And they both look pretty clear when it comes to the details. It looks like the Samsung does a pretty decent job of staying true with colors, and the OnePlus kind of made my face a little bit darker. So the details are really good on both of these. So it looks a little bit more detailed when you zoom in on the Samsung. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But let me know what you guys think about both of these devices. I definitely think they're pretty good for the price, but the Samsung does have better cameras and a better display. But if you wanted some of the OnePlus features on there, and you will get better updates on the Samsung, that's pretty much what it comes down to, is the updates, the cameras, and the display. But you will get some really good features on the OnePlus, so I just want to mention that. But I'm going to check you guys later. I'll get right back with you. I'll show up in the comment section. But if you're still here, just type down below, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. And I just want to remind you to hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people and help beat the YouTube algorithm, okay? Later, crew. Peace.